Hey guys, Ash here from C4E Tech and welcome to another episode of Ash Answers, our first from Taipei, Taiwan. In today's video, in every Ash Answers, we answer the questions that you tweet out on Twitter with the hashtag Ash Answers, and that's what I'm gonna do today too. So without further ado, let's get to those questions. So question number one, tell me about Lenovo's full bezel-less display phone, the Lenovo Z5 with 4 TB internal memory. Now here's the thing, this seems to be a great marketing ploy. They never said 4 TB internal memory, did they? They said 4 TB storage. Now we have so many phones with unlimited storage. Now what it means probably is the fact that they're giving cloud storage with it. So I'm not going to read too much into it. We've not seen the real phone yet. We've just seen concepts. The concepts look cool, but then again a Mi Mix 2S kind of looks similar. It is what it is. 45 days standby time is absolutely nothing. What is the Lenovo P2 standby time? Has somebody looked that up? I'm pretty sure it's more than 45 days. What is the Zenfone Max Pro's standby time? Just check that out. It's just standby time is basically when you just don't do anything with your phone, how long will it last? We're never gonna not do anything with our phone. So yeah, that's that. It seems to be a good marketing ploy from Lenovo. I'm not too hyped for it. As in, I am interested, but I'm curiously cautious. I'm just, let's hope for the best. OnePlus 5T at 20K, is it worth it in 2018? Phone came out late 2017, so hell yes, at 20K. If I'm guessing you're talking about a used unit, if you find it in in great shape without scratches or dings or anything like that, then at 20K, hell yes, buy it. It is an awesome deal. The tripod I use a Manfrotto 546 tripod. I think it's called GBK 546 GBK. There's also a 546 GB. I have the GBK version, I guess. If I'm wrong, I'll add it in the description. I'm currently shooting with a different tripod, though. I will talk a lot about all that I have in my What's My Backpack with travel video. That should come out soon. What's in my travel backpack video? I'm out of it. I'm sorry. Which phone is better suited for India, Mi 8 or the Mi 8 SE? This question annoys me. It annoys me a lot, and it's not the Treya Datta's fault. It is just how brands have made you feel that some things are not for India. India is a diverse country. We've got such a huge population. Now let's say Singapore is richer, but how many S9s do you think a Samsung can move in Singapore? The population is this, Indian population is this. Don't you think that many people will buy a S9 in India as well? So the whole concept of is this product good for India, that sucks. I feel compared to so many countries, the amount of population we have, the amount of people we have means brands are gonna sell a lot more of any device in India. And yes, the service chain, given how big the country is, the distributors, the retail outlets, sending all that to them, that's gonna be difficult. Yes, hell, don't bring all the phones to offline. I understand that. Put it in online. Just give it to Flipkart or Amazon and let them ship it to everybody. And that is it. So bringing phones to India shouldn't be that much of a problem. The term that is it okay for India, which is better suited for India? That really annoys me when brands say we have a higher version that's selling in a different country, but this is better suited for India. No, it's better suited for you to make profit margins. Do not insult Indians by saying it's not better suited for our country. It's not that we don't have people who are capable of buying it. We've got more people than most countries in the freaking world. So again, sorry, a little off track. What's better suited to India? I just answered that. What will sell more in India? The answer to that might be the Mi 8 SE, not the Mi 8. Cheaper phones do sell better, and that isn't something we need to be ashamed about. It's cool. We are price sensitive. That's nice. What is the one feature that you want in every phone? Pro controls for the camera. Sometimes, especially when I'm using a phone like the Pixel 2 XL, it's an amazing phone, or an iPhone 10. It's a great phone with regards to cameras. Overall as well, it's just overpriced, or rather priced too high. Now, with these phones, I just miss the manual controls so much. I really think manual controls need to be there on every single phone. Let's see. Hashtag poor Ash, I'm looking to buy a fitness band under 5k. Please suggest me some. I'm ready to wait a month or two if any good bands are upcoming. Love to the best tech video production house in India. By the way, this is my first tweet. Awesome. Thanks for your kind words, buddy. See, here's what it is. If you want to buy a fitness tracker, buy anything, it's going to work. It's going to track your steps. Like a Mi Band 2 is going to do a reasonably good job. The Mi Band 3 might do a little bit of a better job. It all makes absolutely no difference at the end of the day. What does make a difference is buying a Fitbit. Why? Because Fitbit has a social aspect to it. You compete with people, you keep track of what others are doing. I think Jawbone offered this to an extent, but I never had a lot of people on Jawbone. Maybe that's my circle. The Nike Fuel Band does offer it. If you are in the Apple ecosystem, that could work out for you. But for me, Fitbit is the only one that I found out, which I have a lot of people who use a Fitbit in my social circle. It doesn't have to be close friends or anything. It could be a colleague, somebody who's in my phone, a colleague that I worked with 8 years back or something like that. And it's just nice that there is a social aspect to it, and I keep competing with people on weekend challenges, week challenges, like day-to-day challenges and stuff. So it's nice. It keeps you motivated when you wake up, you're really tired and you're sitting on your butt all day and it's about 2 or 3 p.m. and you take up, we always pick our phone up, right? We do that all the time. That's how it is today. You take your phone and you see that Fitbit app right there. You just open it up and then you see, hey, this ex-colleague of mine from like 10 years back, she's walked 15,000 steps already. What the hell am I still doing with my life? Damn it, I'm on 1,500 steps. Let's walk. So it's that kind of motivation that comes from the social aspect of it, which is something I find very important, and that's how I'm currently, somewhere between 190 to 200 days of 20,000 steps every day. So that is me. I would say pay a little bit more, get a Fitbit. Doesn't matter which, get a Fitbit. Anything including heart rate sensors and stuff aren't too important. As long as the step tracking is okay and there's a social aspect to it, those are the things I give highest priority to. Which is the most solid and well-built mobile and budget segment within 20k? I want a good phone which can handle drops and whose screen doesn't crack on normal drops. Alright, so reshooting this because I actually showed an under embargo device. I thought the embargo was lifting before Ash answers. My bad. So anyway, here's what it is, right? Any phone, it depends on how it falls. Every phone has metal sides these days. If it's gonna fall on this side, it's gonna be dinged, it's not gonna shatter. If it falls on the glass front or back, if it falls flat, it's not hitting any pointed surfaces, it is not gonna break mostly. But if it does hit something that's pointed, jagged, rough edges, then there's a good chance it would crack or break. Now, buying a phone with a metal back halves your chances of it cracking because, well, it's not glass to the back. Buying a phone with a glass back doubles your chances, right? Whatever. It's higher, lower. So you could have Gorilla Glass 5, you could have any glass, everything is gonna shatter regardless, except the Moto Z2 4s and the 4 series from Moto, because that's not glass, that's plastic, but it's gonna pick up a bucket load of scratches if you're willing to deal with the scratches. But that's not in the segment you are talking about. It is in a little bit of a higher segment, but in that segment, in the 20k segment, there's absolutely nothing which is gonna give you that peace of mind. I would say buy the best phone that is available and throw a big bulky case on it for peace of mind, or stop dropping them phones. I have read that laser autofocus is one of the best methods of focusing, and it was employed in many phones in 2015. But why does the tech died later on and PDAF only prevailed as it was earlier as well? Good question. See, laser autofocus has a few limitations. So basically, it's got a limit on how far the laser can go. So it can track only a certain amount. So when you're doing a focus test and you're showing two products, like one close and one a little further behind, and you're just going this way, this way, this way, this way, it gives great results. But when you're looking at, like, I'm sitting here, right across me is a building. If I'm looking at that building and the building behind it and I'm trying to pull focus between both, laser autofocus is not going to really help, which is why it is not being marketed as much. I do find some phones, I think some phones might still have it, but it's not being marketed a lot because people started understanding that laser autofocus isn't the be all end all of autofocus, and which is why brands haven't been really pushing it very aggressively is all. What PS4 games are you playing currently? Ashes Cricket 2017. So I really couldn't play it a lot. I got the game finally. I played it a little bit, and then I had to leave for Taiwan. So before I left, I bought a new laptop, and I actually downloaded it on Steam as well. So again, I've not had the time to play it. So I hope to on the flight back or something. So yeah. Why Android phones' chin are big when compared to the iPhone 10? Why can't it be as invisible as the ladders? So the way Apple does it is they use a plastic OLED panel that kind of curves to the bottom, and that's where they put the connectors in. But with Android phones, it's a straight panel, so the connectors need to go somewhere below, and that is where the difference happens. That's where the problems lie. Technically, AMOLED it can be done. So Android could do it. As an Android manufacturers could do it, but it just gets too expensive, and they don't wanna right now. So hopefully in the future we'd see more people do it. Hey Max, when was the last time you rooted a phone? Well, I have no clue. I don't remember. It's been so long ago. We probably did it for the top root apps video that we did recently. Here's a card to that one. I guess that's when we last rooted a phone. Where do you keep raw footage shots? Do you delete them after uploading the finished project on YouTube, or do you keep everything? So raw footage we basically deleted, but not instantly. Now for the OnePlus 6, we have all the raw footage. We will delete it probably when the OnePlus 6T comes out, or a few months from now. So basically the rule is if we haven't used the raw footage like from a folder for over a month, then we delete it. So as long as you see new OnePlus coverage coming, the OnePlus 6's footage sits tight. So Seagate were good enough to send us a couple of 4 TB drives. So that's on what we store all our stuff for now. So yeah. Which one's better, Snapdragon 450 or 625? 625 is better. 450 is close. It's about 10% weaker than the 625. With day-to-day usage, you're not going to find major differences, but the 625 is the better chip. Really wanted to know if Ash can give up on all latest mobiles and use Nokia 3310 first model for a week. Absolutely not possible. WhatsApp is something I am extremely reliant on. So I have thought about this in the past on if I could do it. Reality is I can't. I would like to, but I can't, because, well, checking Twitter and posting on Insta and WhatsApp is like so ingrained into my life. I don't see how I could not do it for a week. What's your source for background music? Those intros look and sound too oldish and not good at all. I'm talking about the dramatic intros showing off the phone before you begin talking about it. Any plans on changing those styles? I personally think they look cool, and at least from the comments I've heard people say they like it, so I'm under the impression that you guys like it. But if you don't, here's a poll. Do you like our intros? Do you want, by intros I don't mean the channel intro, I mean the intros of the phone. Whatever he was talking about before I start talking about the phone. What do you feel about those, the phone intros? Let us know if you like it or not. Let's see where this poll goes, and we'll decide based on that. Hey Ash, this could be a ridiculous question, but is getting a Zenfone Max Pro by selling off a Galaxy S7 make sense? It is a ridiculous question. Alright, not so much as a ridiculous question. It would be ridiculous. It's not ridiculous yet. It would be ridiculous if you actually did it. The S7 is a much better phone. You don't sell a flagship to buy a mid-ranger. The S7 has a better camera, better chip inside. It's got a better build quality. The user interface might be better on the Zenfone Max Pro. The battery life as of now might be better on the Zenfone Max Pro, but you're giving up way too much to move to the Max Pro. So I wouldn't suggest selling a S7 and getting a Zenfone Max Pro. So those are all the questions that I picked for today's episode of Ash Answers. If you hated the video, then you know what to do. But if you did like it, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below. And also, if you haven't done it yet, click that bell icon, turn on notifications, get notified every time we upload a new video. And I guess that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for putting up with me, shooting at weird different locations. And till next time, my name's Ash, you've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.